Boy, I wonder if the people at Peaktime hear my new music already. I still have my JBL, I haven't played. Uncle Brent!
Want the world to know. Hey.
Alright.
Yeah, come on, sing it song. Insane.
Girl, you got me going
Insane.
Hey,
So let me take a rock, let me take a dip. Drinking on me cup, come and take a sip. Feeling for your love, give it to me quick. I love the way that you do it. So let me take a rock, let me take a dip. Drinking on me cup, let me take a sip. Feeling for your love, give it to me quick.
Brentos!
Yeah,
So you know the new song?
I know the new song.
You don't know I come my
know it.
JBL already. I ready for you know. If you
No,
didn't
that
know it.
JBL boy.
That JBL powerful, you know.
Powerful, you know.
Yeah, man, my G. Yes, I.
What's going on, guys? This is another episode of Peaktime SpeakTime. And I know you guys haven't seen me in a little while, but hey, I'm here working. You know, yeah, some of us have to work for our money, you know. Yeah. But today we have a special guest. Yeah, a very talented artist. Sedale. Yeah.
My G, what
Yo,
is it?
deeper.
Yeah, man. You
Yeah, man. Introduce
Brentos.
yourself, you know.
What you
Hold
say,
on,
my
hold
brother?
on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, Sedale, recording artist, soca artist, event producer. I like to consider myself a philanthropist as well.
Boy.
God-fearing man, family man,
Yeah.
dream chaser.
Right.
Dream chaser.
Right.
That's a big thing.
Right.
I like to consider myself as somebody who's a go-getter. Whatever I set my mind to, I definitely go after it.
Yeah, we can definitely see that, you know. We can see that because, you know, the level of music that you're putting out, you know, and the amount of music that you're putting out that keeps going and going, you know, it just keeps getting better
Right,
and better,
right,
you know.
right.
Yeah. And I feel like I have a few favorite songs, you know, Neighbor. I don't know how many soca songs you put out before that and all that, but I think that one is like way up there for me.
Right,
You know,
right.
I have others, you know, and I like the, you know, me and my crew.
We put the P in a party.
No, I always sing in that song. Carnival time, not carnival time. I will sing that song for you. But I don't know, that song just
Nice,
have a
nice.
vibe, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know, guys, I like to take it back in time. You know, I like to take it back in time. I knew this guy for a very long time.
For
You
sure.
know, very long time. I used to be in his area. I don't know why, but you know, I used to be in the area, and you know, I left the area. And then, you know, it's like even before that, from school, when he had the freestyles and everything, you know, with
Yeah.
KO.
You remember
and all
that,
you know? Yeah. This guy was around, you know.
Yeah.
So I want you to take us on a little journey, you know, from the rapping. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if anybody knew that this guy was a rapper before.
I was supposed to be a rapper.
Yeah, this guy was a rapper before, you know. He had some, I don't remember the tracks, but I just remember they were good.
Yeah.
I coupled two lines together, so I used to use these guys, you know, to entertain me, you know.
Right.
So, you know, these guys, they were very good. And, you know, I just want you to take us on a little journey, you know, tell us why the switch and, you know, where it took you, you know, how you enjoying the journey and everything, you know, just tell us a little something.
Well, I've always been into music. My father is a musician. My father played for Diamond Steel. And growing up, he always played music around me. I feel like I came from a musical community as well in La Clery. My neighbors always played music, so I was always in tune with what was current. And even music from the past. So growing up, I would hear a lot of Bob Marley, Anita Baker. For some reason, Anita Baker sticks out. My father played a lot of Anita Baker.
Right.
And of course, Calypso and Soca. My father's big into Calypso and Soca. And so music was already embedded in me. Even growing up, we had like a fake band we used to call District 1. We never had any real instruments, my friends and I, but we used to pretend like we were a band, who's the drummer, who's the guitarist and whatnot. So music was always a thing that I was into. when I went to secondary school, St. Mary's College, I started, dabbling into it a little deeper. Like you mentioned a while ago, the freestyles. We used to freestyle a lot. Just talking nonsense.
Right.
Freestyling myself, KO, even Ezra too.
Right.
Ezra's there as well, Jabba. So I used to rap. Yeah, man. I used to rap because hip hop was one of the genres that inspired me a lot. And as a young boy, I used to go back and forth to New York and St. Lucia. So I used to be in the source in New York.
Yeah.
And then come back to St. Lucia and tell fellas, boy, that's what hot up the road. And
Yeah.
because that's a time.
So you come in and show off what you learn,
Right.
Yeah,
Remember,
right.
that's a time when they don't have internet and things. You
Right.
check? So you would have to see things on BET or MTV. I don't think we had MTV.
Right.
Yeah. So when I went and I traveled to the States and I was able to experience these things firsthand, I used to bring it back to St. Lucia, tell my friends about it, but also it instilled something in me. Like I always knew, I think the moment I knew that I wanted to do music and entertain, it was a carnival. I remember I was by the square. I had to be like 9 or 10. And I just remember John T singing We Shall Hop on the truck, and I seen the truck come in. And them time carnival used to go late night.
Yeah.
So it was probably 8 o'clock at night. And I just remember seeing that. I remember taking in the experience. I remember seeing how the people reacted to him performing the song. And I say, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do.
So even before the rap, you wanted.
I knew I wanted to
direction.
entertain.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
I wasn't sure that I wanted to be an artist, but I knew I wanted to entertain.
Okay.
And like I said, through school, dabbling in the freestyling, and then eventually, when I left school, I moved to New York permanently, and I started DJing. And I had a DJ crew called Infrared.
Right,
So it was a group of us, about 4 or 5 of us. And I used to be DJing in all kind of holes in New York. Let me tell you, that time in my life, I feel my life was under threat constantly.
Why
Because we used to be DJing in the shadiest of places because we just wanted to get on. And enough times we go DJ and shoot out here, fight there.
Wow.
But that never really deterred us because we were just, hungry. We're young and we're hungry and we want it. And then eventually, I felt like I didn't want to just play the music. I wanted to create the music. So I guess it was a natural evolution of my creativity. Starting off playing it, and now I'm like, nah, I want to create it.
Right.
Also, again, people thought I was more into rap. Being away from St. Lucia during those years, I missed home a lot. Anybody you talk to around that time who knew me, all I would talk about is St. Lucia. And it was so funny because they had people who didn't even know about St. Lucia.
Right.
They didn't know what St. Lucia was.
So you were an ambassador.
I was an ambassador for St.
Right.
Lucia. And I remember telling them about the carnival, some of my trainee friends. And I said, Lucia have a carnival? I'm like, yeah, we have a carnival. What you mean?
One of the best carnivals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But remember, to put things into context, around that time, we really were not on the map, so to speak.
True.
When you say you're from St. Lucia, people thinking that's somewhere in Jamaica or the Bahamas,
Yeah.
So at that point, I transitioned from DJ to artist, and it was a friend of mine at school. So when I was going to college in Brooklyn, I told him, yo, I wanted to become a soca artist. And he told me he knew this producer, Sean Mastermind Noel. Sean happened to be in Bungie Garland's band prior, some years before. And he had produced one of Bungie's, or co-produced one of Bungie's biggest songs at the time called Bomb Song. Right? And I was like, yeah, that man living in Brooklyn. He's like, yeah, he gave me the link. I hit up his manager, met with the manager first. And then, long story short, he ended up producing my first 2 songs. Roll Deep and a song called Missing You, which featured KO and another Lucian artist called Chrissy. So I remember putting that song out. I remember the feeling I felt when I heard my song for the first time on the radio. I in New York in my room listening to RCI
Right.
over the internet. And I remember Iowa playing my song. My
Wow.
sister calling me, excited. And that feeling to me was an amazing feeling. And that's where everything started.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So when you wrote Neighbor, were you in New York or?
Actually, the idea for Neighbor, and I always say this in any time people ask me about that song. The idea for Neighbor came in my living room in New York. And I always say God literally put that song in my brain. I was not thinking of music at the time. I wasn't like, yo, I need a concept for a song. I was at the computer. I got up to walk to the veranda and literally chorus slapped me in my head.
Really?
I dare with me, neighbor, neighbor. I drink with me, neighbor, neighbor. I swear to you.
Something.
And even then, I didn't even really think it was any big deal. I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was special.
Right.
I came to St. Lucia later that year, maybe a month or two later. And we were in the studios, myself, Miggs, Nerdy, Mysterio, and Miggs was playing the rhythm. So I was like, let me sing this song to that. I start singing it, and I swear, everybody in the studio just stop what they're doing. And they're looking at me, boy, that bad.
Yeah.
I said, that bad, you like that? Like, yeah, that bad, that bad. So at that point, we started working on the song. Doing the verses, pre-chorus, and we finished writing the song, went to record it by Lebo, recorded it, and I remember I went back to New York. When I was in New York now, I remember playing it for Wildfire. Big up Fire. Fire, listen to it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Wildfire is a master at background vocals.
Okay.
And vocal engineering and vocal production. So when Fire heard the song, he said, nah, I need some background vocals. When the boss slap on them background vocals, chef's kiss.
Perfect.
And it went out. I remember putting it out again these days. That time, Instagram wasn't even a thing like that yet. Facebook was more the primary social media app. Put that out on Facebook, and I remember just seeing the shares go up, and people liking the song. And that song, I think, is what really... Well, Pandemonium came before it.
Yeah, I think, that's true.
Pandemonium came in 2014, Neighbor came in 2015.
Right.
What Neighbor did, it ensured that I didn't go down in the history books as a one-hit wonder.
Right.
Because you know sometimes you come out with a big song and everybody's wondering, what is he going to come up with next? Was it a fluke? So Neighbor kind of stamped me as like a household name. And, that song took me around the world.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
But speaking about around the world, I remember dealing with you and your team at one point, Safia and you and everybody. And I was doing some DTS stuff for y'all. And I actually did, I don't even remember that I actually did an album art for y'all.
For sure?
Yeah. I actually did the album art with you and Pretty. I drew your face as the cartoon.
You did that?
I did that.
That was Drop That or Land I Love.
Drop That, I think, I think so.
It was Drop
I'll
That.
have to look for that image, yeah. But
I remember you talking
I was
about.
still drawing
Yes,
at the time.
I remember.
So now I don't draw at all, but I was
Okay.
still drawing at the time, and I drew your faces.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
But that was cool. I remember doing that, and that was a nice experience for me. But I think after that, I didn't do any flyer work or anything because I did Just One Bottle, the job. I did one of them flyers for
Yes,
y'all.
I remember that too.
Yeah, I did that and then,
too.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because right after that, like the photography took a lot of my time. And so I remember dealing with you and your team, and I saw the professionalism. I saw the the direction you guys were taking. Not even trying to take, were taking.
Right.
And I like it. So how did the connection come with you and Preedy and the whole Trinidad vibe and all that?
Again, that's through Neighbor actually.
Oh really?
I was performing Neighbor at Rise and Shine in Miami. That's a big event, all-white event happening in Miami for Miami Carnival. And I remember getting off stage and Pretty run up to me. Bye. That is a bad tune, bye.
Right.
Is you that sing now, bye?
Yeah. Big up pretty, you know. Yeah.
And he was like, I like this song. We got to talking backstage. I still have pictures from that backstage at that event. There was a bunch of us, Teddy was there, Ricardo Drew, a bunch of people. But Pretty came up to me and he was telling me about, how much he liked the song.
Yeah.
And then he was having an event in Miami, I think a day or two later, and he invited me to come. I said, yeah, I'll come. I came. I performed, and I think the boss rated me because his event, Pretty don't dig nothing. When we went to the event probably had 5 people, right? But I said I'd perform, and I said, I'm hungry, I care. I perform in anyway. I performed for the 5 people. After the event, we got to talking, a bunch of us. Everybody's like, yeah, boy, we had to work. Now, you always hear that kind of talk with artists. Right. Everybody in a party, boy, we had to work, everybody in the vibe.
Right.
But when it really come down to it, sometimes work never happen. He, however, ensured that the work did happen.
Nice.
So, he came to New York, I think we recorded Land I Love. Yes, we recorded Land I Love in New York. And we did that. He came to St. Lucia, did the video, and then we put it out.
So possibly the album art was for Land I Love, not?
It could have been Land I Love, but we did 2 songs.
You did 2 songs.
Yeah. It's Land I Love.
Yeah, it's Land I Love.
Land I Love.
Yeah.
Then when we did the video, we put it out. It did well. St. Lucians liked it. The people in general liked it. And then he came back to St. Lucia. We did another song actually. We did Drop That. Drop That now, the way that one came about, he had a beat. He told me, let's do a song.
Yeah.
He sent me 2 freestyles.
Yeah, I like that song. That's
via WhatsApp.
Something like that.
Pretty girl when I get behind you.
Yeah. Right,
he sent me 2 freestyles over WhatsApp and he said, choose which one you like the most. And I chose Drop That. Did my verse and my parts in New York, sent it back, had it mixed. And then he came to St. Lucia to shoot the video. Big up Logo shot both videos actually.
Right. Yeah, that was some good videos though.
And I remember after we shot that video, we went on the beach, Pigeon Island, a group of us. And something fell on the ground. And I think it was Chunky. Chunky said something to the effect, yeah, something fall on the floor, bend over, pick it up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
And that's where Pretty got that song. If your money fall on the floor, bend over, pick it up.
What?
Got that in St. Lucia right there, Pigeon
What?
Island. That's where that idea was booked.
I didn't know. No, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's
man.
So cool.
Yeah, man.
Big up Chunky.
Yeah, big up Chunky. So,
Island Elephant.
Pretty and I consider Pretty not to be an industry friend, but I consider him to be a friend.
A friend, okay.
And I knew we were friends when me and him had a disagreement. That's when you test friendship. And we had a disagreement. I bad him up. He tell me, yeah, boy, I was on shit. You know, and we talked about it and move forward. And from that point on, I respected him even more for that because I always had respect for him. And we've been cool ever since. Every time, just the other day, I want to say maybe late last year, I was in his studio. Oh, that was the last year. That was a whole year already. Yeah? I was in his studio late night. He was in New York. I said, dog, come and check me in his studio. It's probably like 2, 3 in the morning. Boom, he pull up. I say, dog, he's my real G.
Yeah.
He's my real G. You understand? So when that happened, these things ensure that, the relationship that we have is not just something superficial. Right. So that's my bro. Yeah, man. Big up Pretty.
Big up Pretty. So can you tell us what you have coming up? I know you cannot give out everything, you know?
Right.
So obviously we have Carnival coming.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in the whole mix. So what can we look forward to?
Boy, there's a lot. So as you know, I do music, of course, and I'm an event producer.
Yeah, and you have the feds.
Yes.
Everything, yeah, yeah.
So we have Transcend. This year is 11 years since we started Transcend.
11 years.
11 years.
Wow.
And we have JOB. JOB would be, this year would be 10 years
Wow.
since JOB
Wow.
started. And also we're doing a new event called HYMC, which is a Sunrise Cooler Fete, Hold Your Morning Cooler. It's a collaboration between DTS, Hollywood, HP,
And Jam Time.
and
Yeah.
Certified Events.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we decided to collaborate on that event, I think that event is important to our carnival season because one of where it's positioned, June 14th, we are like-minded when we think of how carnival is structured right now. Carnival happens to be very top-heavy with a lot of the major events in the last 2 weeks of carnival.
Right.
So we felt like the carnival should be expanded and not contracted.
Expanded into June.
You check? So we decided, you know what, let's do an event in June to kind of get people into the carnival spirit early. The other thing is too, you know, there's a sentiment out there that a lot of people don't feel like they're included in carnival. So this event also is for our people.
Our people, yeah, because I spoke to someone about that recently. So we cannot even get tickets to some events,
Right.
because you know the travelers, people coming in. You know, kudos
Right.
to them. You know, they really helping the industry grow and everything.
Right.
But
Right.
the locals don't feel included, or they
Right.
don't feel like they should be going to certain events.
Right.
But when you have the ones from before, you know, like we have the Jam Time event in June. You have you guys. You have all that. That's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it's important for us and our people to feel part of the thing.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
I used to hear that. I've been hearing it for a few years, and I think maybe last year it really resonated with me when I reach in town and I seen people spectating like before. Usually when you reach in town, carnival Monday and Tuesday, town ram.
Yeah.
People watching carnival because there's intrigue. It feels like this is our thing, so we come out to you know, be part of our thing.
Right.
I'm not seeing the people.
So what do you think is causing that?
Boy, a multitude of things, a multitude of things. I think, again, like I mentioned, not having enough events from early on.
Right, to build the hype.
To build the hype, get people feeling like, you know, carnival is for them. I think also you have situations where things are a bit pricey too. And that's okay. Every event is not for everybody.
Right.
But we should have events that are specific to the local market.
The local market, yeah, because St. Lucia Carnival is trying to keep the local events. You know, some of them are free, some of them are you know, low priced. So the ones they have on the sub, like the you know, certain things, so people can still go to it. But I still feel like the numbers might be dwindling a bit.
Yeah. I think St. Lucia Carnival on a whole, I think we're going to take a dip in terms of numbers. You've probably heard the hype behind Grenada, Dominica, St. Vincent.
I think I know the solution to that. But I like the angle you're taking when it comes to spectators.
Right.
I think they're doing a good job in marketing and just showing Carnival at a different level. Like, you know, because it's really and truly the people that are taking Carnival to another level. But they're carrying it and bringing pretty much what the people want. But St. Lucia needs the nighttime vibe. Because that's what the other places have. And we are losing that. Like you said.
When you say nighttime vibe, what you mean?
Like you said, you were, when you were younger and you saw the trucks at about 8 o'clock in the night.
Right.
You know? So, like by 5:30, 6 o'clock, all trucks, music done. You know,
Somebody asked me that.
the police lock it off because of, you know, whatever's going on, the crime or things are happening.
But that's the main
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Now,
the main thing.
Editing, bro. When I was in Dominica, somebody had asked me that, why your carnival not going later?
Yeah.
When you look at the layout of Castries, let me be real, a lot of the quote-unquote places where people consider it to be, you know, bad areas or whatnot, they in town.
Yeah.
You check, I could probably count 6 or 7 places that hot spots.
Right. And that's where the people have to pass through.
And that's where carnival is.
Yeah.
So I hear arguments for Trinidad. Oh, Trinidad goes on late too. But the parade route that Trinidad has, it's not in Beefham Gardens, it's not in Laventille, it's in the town where it's not known to have, you know, it's not known to be a hotspot.
That makes a lot of sense.
You understand?
Yeah.
With us, it's different. In Dominica, same thing. Dominica town is not bad, you know. But our town hot. That's just what it is.
Not saying there's no work to be done, but I just think that they can consider trying to find ways to make this happen again, because I think that's what
think they have.
Because okay, so if all the trucks are going back up at about 6:30, and there's no trucks in town, but then you let something happen on the way up, like you said, where there's, you know, it's not a hot spot.
Right.
So you have something happen in town. Everything done.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everything done. So the trucks and everything are not there, but still everything done.
Right.
So I think you just have to, you know, make an effort to try and get this back instead of just letting it be lost.
And I think they have been trying.
Okay.
And I know, you know, some other people in positions that are in charge of, you know, certain aspects of carnival, and I know they're trying.
They're trying. Okay.
I know they're trying.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
It's there's a lot of things to consider. You know, safety, of course, is above everything else.
Yeah.
And if you cannot guarantee the safety of your revelers,
right,
that's a big problem.
That is true.
You know,
that is
and
true.
safety now is a very complex thing, especially given the dynamic of our society, of our crime is and thing. Now I know, you know, we don't want crime to cripple us, but the reality is crime is part of the dynamic of how carnival is right now and why carnival isn't going on until 10 p.m., you know?
Right.
So hopefully, you know, we could find some kind of solution for it. Because can you imagine, we're selling this big carnival and we're asking people to pay thousands of dollars to come to St. Lucia and be part of this spectacle, and 6 o'clock it's done.
It's done.
You know, a lot of people are very disappointed when carnival ends that early.
Need more. And when you drop them songs, people want to dance to them things more than...
Right.
You know, more than 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
exactly. So hopefully, you know, we could find a solution or solutions and make the product even better.
Yeah, man. Well, looking forward to see what you have in store for us.
Oh, well, we have a lot. We just touched on promotions. So I mentioned Transcend this is the 11th year.
Yeah.
So this year, we are doing, we've recorded it already, a mini movie for the promotion of the event.
Nice.
The creative in me, the evolution of the creative in me has now ventured into production, video production and whatnot, script writing. So I deliberately took a more cinematic approach to wanting to promote the event.
Yeah.
So what we've been doing is now telling stories. We've introduced the cruise and color theme, where we have each crew that has a color attached to it and a crew leader for each crew. And what we've done is now tell a story with it, where there's this rivalry between the crews.
Yeah.
And whoever you resonate with, you align yourself with that crew and wear that color.
Okay.
So last year we did a mini movie. We did a 2-part mini movie. This year we're doing a 3-part mini movie. and we're actually going to be premiering the movie at the cinema.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, look out for that, guys.
Yeah, and this
Look out for
year,
that.
the movie was, the scale was way bigger than last year. This year actually is the final crew clash, and what that means is this is the last year for the color and crew theme.
Right, so next year is something brand new.
Next year is a different theme.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so this is the culmination. This is our 5th year, I believe, doing the crews and colors. So I wanted to close that chapter in a big way.
Okay.
And we decided to do the movie. The production of the movie. I have some snippets on my phone that the editor and director sent me. Big up Vigil.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. And we put a lot of hard work in it. We were shooting mostly at night. So we had very long nights, like 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Trying to get scenes done correctly. And we shot in Central Castries. So we had Castries as I consider our playground. But it was a lot of hard work, a lot of retakes, doing scenes over and over, because you're not dealing with professional actors. I mean it, I'm not a professional actor.
Yeah, so it's a lot of takes and just
so
getting it right, you know?
Correct. Getting it right, getting the angles right, getting the dialogue right, lighting, you know, all the technical aspects of it. But I am proud of the team. I'm proud of all the people who've come together to help see the vision through. Because one thing about me, I think big. I think very, very big. I knew from last year, but from year before, I knew I wanted the cinematic kind of vibe. Actually, from 3 years ago, we went cinematic. And I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of movie series. The first time we really did a cinematic promo video, I knew how I wanted the intro. You know that movie Belly?
No.
With Nas and DMX?
No, I haven't seen it.
You have to see that. That movie has a very iconic intro with Nas and DMX walking into a club and a bunch of neon lights flash in slow-mo. So when I envisioned the first cinematic promo we did, I was like, that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do. Okay.
Same music, slow-mo, neon. So did that. Then last year, like I said, we went deeper into the whole cinematic vibe. Did the 2-part mini movie. I scripted it. Then this year, scripted it again.
Yeah.
So like I said, I feel like when you storytell, you get people into it. You get them into it.
You get attached.
They get attached,
Right.
emotionally attached to it, and I think that helps sell whatever it is that you're trying to sell.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, man. It's been great talking to you, man. I know.
Finish
yeah.
already?
Yeah, we finished already.
Yes,
You know, you have to
sir.
cut it short sometimes.
George, we finish already?
Yeah.
But before we go, I have to touch on the music.
Yeah,
So,
touch on the music.
yeah, man. Definitely we have to touch on Insane, which is one of the songs I think right now is buzzing in St. Lucia. Did the music video 4 weeks ago. Big up Wendell from ICAST. He did an amazing job on the video. So I've been pushing that a lot. You've been seeing, of course, the You Hear My New Song already.
Yeah.
Where I go around asking people if
Let
they
me add something to that. A lot of songs come out. And that's what I've seen from my perspective. I've seen a lot of songs come out and people just let it do its own thing.
Right.
And I feel like if a song is good, the person who's singing the song has to show that they believe in it. You have to promote, you have to do it. Because sometimes, especially in this, like the season hasn't really started yet.
Right.
So you have to kind of push it and get people to know about it and like it. Because, you know, I heard the song, I heard it as soon as you dropped it, before you even did the videos with the JBL speaker.
Big up the cell.
And I saw it, I'm like, I heard it, sorry, and I'm like, that's a good song. But then since you kept pushing it different places, I kept hearing it and liking it even more.
Right.
You know, so yeah, that you did a really good job
Respect,
at marketing your work.
Respect,
and yeah,
bro.
respect to you for that.
Yeah, man. I think in this day and age, social media is important. It's an important tool in promoting your music. And for me, I just made up my mind. Like a light went off in my head this year. I said, whatever I put out, I have to give it 100% in terms of the marketing And I'm a guy, I full of ideas.
Right.
So ideas hit me on a daily. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go around and just ask people if they heard the song. And if they
Yeah.
haven't heard it, I play it for them. Because right now, I'm getting to the point. The reason this whole idea was even birthed is because last year, a lot of people met me and they're like, yo, what you drop for the season? What you drop for the season? And
And
last
you
year,
say,
I dropped
yeah,
about
yeah.
8 or 9
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
So for me as an artist, is this happening?
Yeah.
For somebody to ask me what you drop, knowing that I put so much work in.
Yeah, well, I
so
feel-
this year, I'm not leaving it up to chance.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go in and I bring in the music to you.
Yeah, you definitely cracked the code, so kudos to that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. Well, it's been great talking to you. You know, this has been Peaktime SpeakTime, guys. Don't forget to follow Peaktime Studio on Instagram and Beckles for the Pro on Instagram and
Sedale _DTS. Also follow Deeper Than Soca on Instagram. I'm on TikTok too, Sedale _DTS as well. Follow me, then no. Check out the vibe.
you don't know. So, guys, don't forget, if you're looking for a fete, carnival time, we have Transcend.
Transcend, we have HYMC Sunrise Cooler Fete. We also have JOB. JOB is going to be evolving this year. It's going to be a boat ride and a destination event.
Nice.
So if you cannot make the boat, because the boat sells out very quickly,
You can
could
meet-
still buy a ticket to the beach party.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. So you can
Yeah,
actually,
man.
you don't need the boat to get to the destination.
Correct.
That's a vibe. That's a
Yeah.
vibe. So, guys, you know, this guy, like he said, he's full of ideas. So he's definitely going to keep you entertained in season and out of the carnival season. So, guys, don't forget, keep watching. This has been Peaktime SpeakTime. We're out.
Yes, sir.